Okay, hey y'all. We're gonna set up I'm about to set up my horsey game. So, and it's a rama. It's set up as a rama. So I was gonna go ahead and show you how you do a ramas, how you set up ramas. Okay, so I'm doing horsies, but here you could put if you're in a 75 ball or 80 ball room, you could do letter rama, or you can do horsies in 75, 80 ball room. But like I said, I'm doing horsies today. So horsies. Okay. And like I said before, for some reason, this doesn't pick up, but I'm doing this in 30 ball. It's a drop down menu of my rooms right here. Okay. I'm going to do it during happy hour in 30 ball. So this is my clock. Hopefully y'all have seen this a lot. Okay. I set my price at 500 and I have a description here. Okay. So what we're going to do, um, right here where it says numbers, like I said before, for some reason this doesn't pick up, but this is a drop down menu, and you have a list here: player sends, auto generated, Rama. Okay, so I'm going to click on Rama. All right, right here where number of calls, this is the room that you're in, and I'm going to be in 30 ball. Like I said, once again, there's a drop down, and I'm going with 30. Okay, a lot of hosts don't do this yet, but this is a new feature that admin had give us this option that we could actually give more than one set to players in Ramas, which is great because a lot of people will buy more than one. And so I'm going to set this at 3. Okay. Now right here is number rows. Um, this can be a little bit confusing to some, and it's very confusing to me because I don't do math, and it took me a long time to even get the hang of this right here. Um, when you're in the 75 ball room and you're doing let's say a horsey game, or maybe you want to do a letter rama or a line rama. Well, the line is 15 numbers. Let's say you're going to be doing it from 1 to 15 for horsey games, for example. Okay, so you have to decide, okay, well, how many sets do I want? Um, this will be in increments of 15. I always say, well, let's see, how many winners do I want? Okay, I want 8 winners. You take the 8 and you time it by 16. That gives you 120 sets. So what you want to put here is 8, and that's going to give you 120 sets, and that's for 75 ball room. I'm sorry, that's for 80 ball room. For 75 ball room, like I said, you 80 ball room, you're working with increments of 16. 75 ball room, you're working with increments of 15. So like I said, the way I always do it is I go like, do I want 8, 9 winners? Okay. 9 times 15 gives me 135 sets. So if you put 9 here, you're going to get 135 sets for your 75 ball room. If you put a 9 there, if you're doing a Rama and you put a 9 there, you're going to get 144 sets. So you think of it that way, you're working with either increments of 15 or you're working with increments of 16. Um, if you have any more questions about that, just ask one of the hosts that's been here a little while. They kind of understand it, and they have their own way of doing it. That's my way of doing it. It's easier for me. I don't do math. Okay, so in 30 ball room, I'm working with an increment of 10. It's a little easier. So I want to, if I want four, I'm going to have 45 winners. I want 450 sets. So I'm going to put 45 here. Like I said, it's a little easier in 30 ball because you're working with increments of 10. Okay, so um, I'm going with 1 through 10. Okay, see when you click on this right here, there's a drop down, It's 1 through 10 or 11 through 20 or 21 through 30. When you are working with the 75 ball, let me show you what it looks like. Okay, 75 ballroom, which I'm sorry, you can't see the drop down, but it says it'll give you a line uh, B, then you got I, and this is where you can do your ramas. And you just choose the one. If you want to do, I'm going to do an O rama. This is what you choose um, right here for your O rama. Okay, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put it back on 30 ball because I am setting up a horsey game. All right, and I'm doing it 1 through 10. Numbers per set is going to be 1. I'm only selling one number per player. They want more than one. I put up here that they could actually get 3 if they wanted to. You could set it where they can get 5. So, but I'm going with 3. So I'm going to go ahead and look this over real quick. Real important to just kind of look it over and make sure you got it all set right. All right, looks good. All right, I'm going to click create. Okay, and I like to go back and look at it. All right, so you see here, total game sets 450. I put in 45. I got 450. That to me was my most confusing thing to understand when doing especially the other rooms like 75 ball and 80. So if you have any more questions about that, just ask one of the hosts that's here. But if you just remember, we're working with increments of either 15 or 16. Those are the numbers that you're selling, and think of how many winners do I want. And if you think to yourself, well, I want 8 winners, then you take that 8 and you times it by the 15, and that'll be how many sets you'll have. And then you put that 8 in that little box, number rows and dupes. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse y'all too much. It can be a little overwhelming at times. So if you have any questions, just ask us, and that's what we're here for. Y'all have a great day and happy hosting.